Next, we have Mr. Abid Mohammed from Cricfrenzy. Abid bhai, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Hey Faf, how are you?
Good, man.
Okay, my first question is regarding South African cricket. In 2019 World Cup, you guys didn't do very well. Yeah, after 2 years, 2021, you guys have won 4 matches, and they still didn't qualify to the semi-finals. How disappointing it is! And recently, Graham Smith tweeted that he's very proud of you guys, and that is you guys have tried the level best. And how do you see it? Winning 4 matches and still couldn't qualify. Is it? What's the reason? What's on your thoughts?
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ শুধুমাত্র নগদে।
দেশি নগদে বেশি লাভ।
No, I think to win 4 out of 5 games is a really good effort. That's you walk away from a tournament feeling like you played good cricket and you were very close. And I think that's what I said earlier, that it's quite brutal to get to the top 4. If someone told you before the tournament that you're going to win 4 games out of 5, you would have definitely accepted that. So I think although the national side would be disappointed, of course, so they didn't make the semi-final, to win out of 4 or 5 games, and they can walk away from that tournament feeling proud of their performances.
Okay, my next question is: did you expect Bangladesh to lose 5 out of 5 games? Did you ever?
I didn't expect 5 out of 5, but the thing with T20 cricket, it's a very, it plays a lot on form and momentum. So, when you come to a tournament like the World Cup, you would need to start off with good form and good momentum in terms of how well you're going to do in the competition. And if I can use India as an example, they started their tournament off a little bit slow because some of the key players were just short of a little bit of form, and it took them 2 or 3 games to get going, and by that time it was almost too late. So you need a bit of luck on your side to get your best players in form for the tournament, and then they just run with that form for the rest of the tournament, and they either win you or get you to the semis or win you the World Cup, or they don't. And I think that's obviously the challenge for Bangladesh is, they didn't start well, and then it's tough to get back in T20 cricket because it's such a high fast game that you're always playing catch up.
Okay. In 2019 World Cup, I asked this question before. You guys didn't do well, and this year you guys bounced back really good. What's the suggestion to Bangladesh team that how can they bounce back from this disappointing World Cup? What can they do to do well in the next World Cup or the next one?
No, as I said, I mean, it's how you start your tournament, So I've been part of lots of World Cups, and it's always a case of just how well your players perform in that tournament. It's not a case of you have the best players at the World Cup that is in the country. There's no doubt about that. So it's a case of coming to the tournament and either the guys are on or they're not. And if you look at the other teams that are doing well at the moment, their players are in form. Pakistan is a great example. They've come into the tournament not even close to the favourites, not even the top 4 maybe, but all their main players are performing since game 1. And I think that is what either makes you or breaks you as a team. And I think that's as simple as that, but it's also as hard as that to get right.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abid.
Thank you so much.
If you have some more questions, we'll see if we can accommodate them later.
Hi, Faf. Being one of the most impactful player you are in all formats, I would like to know that what is the change in mindset and the skill set a T20 player should adopt to become a better player in T10 cricket?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think, I haven't played T10 cricket, but I can only reference, experience from moving to one-day cricket to T20 cricket. I think it's just about understanding what is your game? What is the blueprint of the batting that you are going to use and that's going to make you consistent and successful? That is something that I've, through time in T20 cricket, I find I've got better with in terms of understanding what is my game plan on different pitches, which bowlers are bowlers that I can take on and which are bowlers that are not to take on the day. And I think that same thing applies to T10. Obviously, the format is shorter, but it's still identifying the same things. And if you are clear and confident in that, I think no matter the format, you'll have success. So that's exciting for me, which I'm looking forward to grow my own game, and moving towards T10 cricket is how I adapt that game plan to a new format of the game now.
And my second question is that if we look into the currently T20 World Cup, spinners are making much impact. They are coming as impactful players. So what will you think that spinners or the fast bowlers will make impact in T10? Which bowlers, like spinners or fast bowlers?
I think with the nature of all the matches that's been played in Abu Dhabi and the World Cup, that the pitches are deteriorating. So I think that the spinners should have more of an impact. But in saying that, when wickets get up and down, raw pace can also be quite effective. So it depends purely on the conditions. But yes, top of my head, I would say probably spinners.
Okay, thank you, Faf. And your hairstyle is suiting up to you. Thank you.
It's the first time in a very long time. I thought I'd change it up a little bit. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
My first question is that T10 and various other leagues are also existing now simultaneously, but with international cricket, a lot of cricket is being played. Like the three formats is becoming a bit tough on the players also due to the bio bubble, or even apart from it, to manage the workload. And since there's a lot of cricket being played with three formats, with regard to that, what do you feel about the future of T10? Because obviously it is here to stay, and there are a lot of key players who are playing regularly now in the T10, so it has popularized. But what do you feel is the future now? With already in the international level, there are three formats existing, and it does become a bit too much for the players also.
I don't think necessarily so. I think I can only use myself as an example. I've played three formats for a very, very long time, and I am still attracted to the T10 format. So I think players like myself will keep looking at tournaments like this. The nature of T10 or T20 cricket, domestic cricket around the world is growing immensely. And like you're saying, there is a lot of tournaments that are coming up. So I think the future of T10 is looking good. Something that it's a sport that can move to an Olympic sport. T10 is obviously very promising to fans. It's quick. It's anyone can watch it. So I think with the right people driving it like it's been happening, I think it's only going to get better and better.
What do you feel about the South African cricket team and Themba Bavuma as a leader? Because they did have a very good campaign, even though they did not qualify for the semi-finals. But I think there's something that they can be proud of. And just lastly, if you can predict who among the four has the best chance to win it this time.
No, I think South Africa definitely surprised a lot of people with their performances. They weren't given much of a chance, to play the way that they did. So I think they played really well. I think the way they performed to win 4 out of 5 games was a real good performance. I thought our bowling unit was exceptional, probably close to the best bowling unit in the tournament. So that is a big positive. Yes, and then obviously Themba was really good, especially with some of the off-field stuff that he had to deal with as captain. So I think they can take a lot of positives from this tournament.
And if you can predict who among the four has the best chance right now?
I hope New Zealand win it because I feel that they have come so close. Like South Africa has come so close, and have had a lot of heartache with ICC events. I hope that they can win it. I feel that they deserve it. They were close with the Test champ, the One Day World Cup. So I'm hoping them. But I think if it's not them, I think that it's going to be Pakistan. England is a quality team, but they're gonna. That's a big. They're looking at some 2 big injury problems there for them. So I think Pakistan.
Thank you so much, Faf. Go well for Bangla Tigers.